welcome to the channel. I wanted to show you a new guitar to me. I have in my hands a Cort Earth 900. This is a guitar that Cort doesn't make anymore. But there's one up on Reverb right now, and there's probably a few others out for sale on some other avenues of purchase, like maybe eBay or something like that. I didn't look, but I know there's one up on Reverb that's up for sale right now for roughly about $800. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I came by it. I was just looking around on the internet, and I saw this 00 size body. I saw a Cort, and I thought, I've heard of Cort, but I've never owned a Cort, and I've never even played a Cort. And I really liked it. I liked the way it looked. I liked the specs on it. The specs are a solid cedar top, which I've never owned. And it has solid mahogany back and sides with a solid mahogany neck. It's got a rosewood fretboard, a rosewood bridge. It's got abalone inlays on the fretboard. It's got some beautiful tuning keys on it. And I guess I can lean it over a little bit and let you see that. And, they didn't have a brand name on them, so I don't know what they are. They're probably Cort's version of it. And the pins in this one feel like plastic, and I think that's what they are. But it's got a bone nut and a bone saddle, and it's got binding on the neck. It's got binding on the headstock. It's got binding on the front and the back, as well as... I think that's probably a mother of pearl inlay around the Soundhole. I don't know if it's mother of pearl or if it's abalone, but I know that down here on the bridge, those are, I believe that's actually mother of pearl on both ends down here. And I'll try to hold this up so you can kind of see it there. But it's a very, very beautiful guitar. I couldn't find a scratch on this guitar. So anyway, I rolled the dice on it. He wanted, I think he wanted $600 or $650 or something. I made an offer of $500 and they took it. It came with one of those kind of a trick case looking cases where the outside of it looks more like a gig bag, but when you unzip it, it's hard on the inside, And the case came with it, and I got all that for $500. And I got my 00 size body style that I was looking for when I was, fumbling around on Reverb. And I got an all solid wood guitar from Cort for $500. So the action on this guitar is about as mint and perfect as you could get it. There wasn't a scratch on the guitar, as I mentioned earlier, and the neck joint looked perfectly sealed to me. The intonation is outstanding on it. And I have never, I think I mentioned this at the beginning. I've never owned a cedar top guitar. It's got great sustain on it. And the cedar, to me, gives it a more mellow tone, I don't know a really good way to explain it. It's got a different tone than if it had a Sitka spruce top on it. The neck is wide, not far away from what you'll see on a classical guitar. So I could be mistaken about this, but I believe this is a 16-inch radius fretboard. But again, the specs weren't real clear about some of this stuff. These are made in South Korea, by the way, not China. And I don't know that I've owned a South Korean guitar. So I thought I'd pick this one up and see what it was like. I mean, it's not like $500 is chump change, but it wasn't $5,000. So pretty dadgum good purchase on this guitar if you if you can understand that. Yeah, it's really got a great tone to it. I don't know that much about Cort. I think they've been in business around, if I read correctly on the internet, around 50 years. They have a gold line, and if the gold line is better than the one I'm holding in my hands, then it's worth every swinging penny of it. They're great guitars. And I would say, look on the used side for these guitars, because I picked up a gem right here, and a $500 gem with a case. And the tuners are beautiful. The cedar sounds great over the mahogany. Again, this is all solid wood. And it's got a pretty wide neck on it, though, folks. This feels like a 16-inch radius fretboard to me, and I apologize for not having looked all that up right away. You're only going to pick this one up used anyway, I would say, because they don't make them anymore. But this is not so much a review about the Earth 900 as it is Cort, the company. And I would say if this is an example of what they're building, these are very nicely built guitars. Guitars are all about what you're going to do with them, and I don't play out. I'm not a crowd pleaser anymore for guitars. I say anymore. I don't think I really ever was, but I enjoy buying them. I enjoy picking around on them. I play around here for me. I play around here for you guys, so that all you folks on the channel. So if I get a good guitar, or I get any guitar, I try to review them on the channel so that you get hopefully a reasonably objective view on the build quality and the tone. I try to get that across, what I'm hearing. I play these back and I study them pretty hard before I release them for tone, to make sure it lines up really close with what I'm hearing here, if not exact. And that's my journey of guitars these days. I've got, at my age, I got way too many guitars. I probably need 2 or 3 guitars. That'd be about it for my enjoyment around here. The problem is if I had to pick 2 or 3, I couldn't do it. I've got about, I'd say I've got 6 or 7, maybe 8 guitars that I just don't feel like I can cut loose of until they plant me, And of course, I'll start out with that MacKenzie Marr, that the riverboat that they had sent me. That guitar is phenomenal. The Epiphone, inspired by Gibson Hummingbird, made in Indonesia, still one of my favorite guitars. I think sounds better than a Gibson Hummingbird. And I've played a lot of Gibson Hummingbirds. I've yet to find one that sounds as deep and rich as that Epiphone inspired by Gibson Hummingbird. Now that's the Indonesian version. And, my 50s Gibson J45, I really like it, but it wouldn't make the list for me of those that I'm talking about. I think the Epiphone Excellente would make that list. The Mossman would make that list that I've got. And the 12th Root would make that list. And, of course, my 1969 Silvertone from Scott Baxendale that he rebuilt would definitely make that list. And I don't know how many I've gotten up to now, but the Gibson SJ100 would make that list. I'm not just willing to sell that guitar and get rid of it. And that's what I have to say about Cort, folks. I like them. I like them. Am I in love with it? No. It's not a love relationship, but like I have with a few of my guitars, but I do like it, and it's a solid guitar, and it's got great action on it, and I think you'll agree it has a good tone. The cedar top really does something to kind of warm that up a little bit. So, but anyway, appreciate you joining the channel tonight. I just wanted to do or share with you, the latest acquisition, which is this Cort Earth 900. I hope everybody's doing well. I appreciate you. I can't believe the channel's growing. I still can't believe it. I think we're up over 2,600 subscribers now, and I certainly didn't expect that. When I got here, when I got 100 subscribers, I thought I had just bounced off of cloud nine, And here we sit at about 2,600. Now, we don't quite have the viewership on a lot of the videos, but I expect that's because people really like the guitar reviews. If I had to say, what's the most popular videos on the channel, I go look at the analytics every once in a while. It's not a huge deal to me, but I do like studying it because I want to bring you content that you like. And the fingerstyle lessons do okay, but the guitar reviews seem to be the biggest. That's the biggest one, the guitar reviews. So, and I like doing guitar reviews. I wished I could play a little better so you could get a better feel for what these things actually can do. But unfortunately, you're stuck with me and my playing. So I try to use a pick and try to do a little fingerstyle at the same time. And hopefully that gives you an indication of what it sounds like. I do want you to know that I go through painstaking efforts to make sure, as close as I possibly can, that you're hearing what I'm hearing. And then to tell you a little bit about the look and the feel of the guitar. It's a pretty lightweight guitar. And I think it's very well built. And I'll just leave it at that, folks. If you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to reach out to me. I always appreciate your comments. I think I've overlooked one or two comments the whole time I've had this channel now, since 2020 or 2021, whenever it was I started the channel. But I did finally find them and go back and respond to them. So you will notice on these comments, I respond to every single one of them. Unless you're disrespectful, at which point I may leave the comment up, but you're probably not going to get a response out of me. So, but it takes a little more effort not to be kind. So you may not like something I said. Well, tell me you don't like it. I'm good with that. Just, there's no need to not be kind about it, right? And if I'm wrong about something, correct me, and I'll do my best to make sure I get that corrected in the video, okay? But for everybody else, including those folks, I really do appreciate you stopping by and taking the time out to watch the videos. It does mean a lot. And hopefully I'll begin to make a few more as time goes on and I get a little more settled in the role I've just recently taken on and start dedicating a little time to the channel as well. But I appreciate all of you. I think the world of you, and I got some really great people on this channel. I wouldn't trade you for anything. And hopefully you wouldn't trade me. But I appreciate you very much. Take care of your friends. Take care of your family. God bless each and every one of you. See you next time.